Hey everybody, and welcome to the Confined Kitchen. Ian Tyson here, back in the wee kitchen, getting ready to cook tonight. Just gonna do something simple, fun, one of my favorite go-to base ingredients. It's a bit of an adjustment from something that we've done before, but we'll get into that tonight. We're making a pretty straightforward shrimp and grits. We're going Cajun. So I started making grits a couple of years ago. I just read a recipe and just kind of adapted it to my own thing. Several episodes ago, we did a sort of in lieu of pasta, we did polenta. At least the way I make it, polenta is essentially just a thicker, more dense type of thing that you would do with the grits. So we're going to do that. We're going to do it with some shrimp and with kind of a nice spicy vegetable sofrito. Going to be tasty. Should be quick and easy. Let's do this up. It's an awesome meal to cook. We're starting with a cup of milk and a cup of water, salted, going to bring to a boil. And that's going to be the base to put the cornmeal in, and that's going to make our grits. Then meanwhile, we're going to get some shrimp and veg going. It's just going to be tasty and perfect. Nice little southern Cajun feel. I mean, being in New Orleans back in 2006, 6 when I was there, just an incredible few days and got to eat just the best food. And I know I was with Stu and Scotty, two of my dear friends and fellow speakers. We were doing an event in, was it South Carolina? And we went to this Cajun restaurant, just had the best food. I love the flavor profile of Cajun food. So this is what we're gonna do tonight. Just try something out. So this is gonna be brought to a boil. While we do that, we're gonna chop up the veg that's gonna go into the sofrito. A sofrito is essentially, it's sort of like a warm salsa. It's just going to be a nice pan-fried veg mix with some nice spices. Quickly pan fry up those shrimp, throw them on top with the nice cheddar and jalapeno grits. Since we're doing cheddar and jalapeno grits, I've got a couple of jalapenos I'm going to cook up. We're going to fry those, put them aside, add them to the grits later on. So we've got just a nice fine chop there. That's going to be perfect. Cook them up, they'll go right into the grits. It's going to be amazing. Now, as we talked about when we did the polenta before, got to be real careful, keep a good eye on this milk and water mixture. It'll boil over really easy. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to put it on another burner at low, and it's going to be doing the mixing about every 3 minutes. For about 21 minutes, we can get everything else cooked up while we're doing that. And see, I boiled it over. That's what's going to happen sometimes. So we'll clean up this mess, but I've put it on low. Now that it's gone to a boil, and we've got what I call a heaping third of a cup of cornmeal, and we're just going to slowly pour that in and whisk it as we go. And once it's all in, give that a good solid whisk, get it all going, put a lid on that. And about every 3 minutes, we're going to whisk it again and get in there with a spoon, get all the bits out. Then at the end, butter, cheese, jalapenos. Meanwhile, we've got these jalapenos cut up. We're going to put them on the hot burner now after I clean a little bit of stuff up. While we get the peppers going and the grits are starting to cook, I've got some of a Spanish onion that I had left, so we're just going to chop this for the sofrito. Got a nice rough chop of these onions. Thickens up already. Just getting those frying up really nice, those peppers. Next we're going to do some red pepper to go in the sofrito. Medium-high heat for the fry pan. Going to get the peppers and the onions in there, get them cooking, add some poblanos and tomatoes. A little olive oil. Stir the grits. Gets a nice thick consistency already. But once we add the butter and the cheese, that's going to make a big difference. Poblano pepper, chop that up and put it in. Now we're going to chop up some grape tomatoes. Peppers and some of the tomatoes are cooking down. I'm going to go ahead and add these jalapenos that are already cooked. Put them right in, get them incorporating with the grits. Nice little fry going here. Because I want to add to the vegetables and the profile in there, I've got a bit of a nice homegrown zucchini from my brother's garden. It's awesome. I'm going to just chop that up, throw it in as well. Look at that beauty. Lots of good color in there. Again, you can put together your own spice mix for Cajun stuff. I like this Clubhouse mix. It's nice, it's easy. And so I'm just going to douse in that, get some nice spice going in these peppers and this sofrito. Give it a little more oil. I've got chili oil I keep on hand. Going to put a bit of that in there. That'll add some nice spice to it. I figured for good measure we'd do a nice little chop on some kale. Throw that in. Add a little extra green in there. Some nice texture. Plus, when in doubt, kale them with kindness. A little chili powder and some cumin. Now it's time to get crazy with these grits. Let's put some butter in there. Don't be shy. And we've got old orange cheddar. We're going to grate that straight in. This sofrito is just looking fantastic. Look at all that good color. The spices are just amazing. So good veg to throw in there. These are pretty much ready to go. So I've just fired up the heat in my little pan. We have some tail off shrimp that I've already thawed. They were frozen, inexpensive that way. Boom, going right in the fry pan. We'll hit that with a little salt and we'll do some pepper. We want to heavily spice these up. Alrighty, we are good to go now, so we're going to start to plate. Going to start with some of these delicious, creamy, cheesy grits and just make a nice base on the plate and spread it around. Then we're going to add a bit of the sofrito. And finally, these nice shrimp. Okay, maybe not finally. A little chipotle aioli, just a drizzle, and some green onions from my office window garden. Friends, there we go. Shrimp and grits, a little Cajun style, a little something fun and easy. Try something different. Hope you enjoy it. I made this for you. Please be sure to like and follow and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ian Tyson, Ian Tyson Speaker on Facebook. And as always, my website is iantyson.ca. This has been The Confined Kitchen. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.